here we are up against a rogue. So against the rogue, the largest thing that we're not looking to do is innovate out something big early. So we're not keeping the lore, right? We kind of want to avoid coining anything out early as well. Um, but I'm kind of waiting for him to mulligan to determine on what I have to say about these other two cards. But Wrath is great for dealing with his minions early. So let's just go through like the whole deck. Innervates are not super valuable because of sap, unless I'm using them. Okay, yeah, so we mulligan too. That's why you wait. Don't think that they're actually keeping all their cards. They usually don't. It almost never happens. And if they do, then you might as well take the whole time and start thinking about the whole game. So I have nothing worth coining out this turn. Besides the hero power. He's already hero powering, which tells me that he either doesn't... Alright, so he's got like... Here are our options for him at daggering immediately. He has no 3-drop. Is what that tells me. It means he has no Thalnos yet. Right? I mean, he wouldn't be dropping Thalnos on 2, but like... He wouldn't be just attacking with the dagger. The only thing is if we coin out the Shade right now, we can't do anything next turn. So for that reason, we will hero power. So like, I kind of went through like a long analysis of that, but we still don't coin out the Shade because then we have nothing to do on turn 3. This is fine. I think I'm actually going to play the Shredder. So the reason why I'm doing this is because Mage is super tempo oriented and Shade sacrifices tempo for value. And this is not a match that I can really sacrifice too much tempo for value. And if he saps the Sun turn 4, like, that's probably a backstab, yeah. And you know, this isn't really a problem unless this pops up with 2 health and he has a size 7. Then creep. This is the only silence of the target in the whole deck. Besides Thalnos. So I'm gonna silence it. And trade. And that's my cue to go ahead and play the Shade. Before he gets Blade Fury up. Because you can't sap the Shade. And then I can hero power, or if you drop something for 2, I can Wrath. He's probably just gonna go face and hero power, I would imagine. And by playing the weaker minions and doing other things during my turn... Alright, so this is kind of funky. It's normally bad to innervate out cards against Rogue. The only reason why this is fine is because he just used an Eviscerate, which is how he would probably deal 5 points of health. And if he saps back the Ancient of Lore, we're pretty happy. Also, I'm not too happy about hero powering. And we were digging for the Ooze, which we got. So we're looking for him to like re-dagger, fight Tinker Shark Sword Orbital. Okay. So in general, you kind of want to just remove all their minions. So that's something that I'd like to save this guy for, right? Because he didn't deal with it then, and he played off curve. So me saving this is like I'm playing a 5/5. And it'll allow me to um, develop another wild growth. It's funny how many exceptions there are to rules of thumbs. Like, the largest rule of thumb I would give to someone is not to innervate out anything um, against rogue, and there was a case where it was right to innervate. So we have this to deal with an oil, and then we want Savage Roar, and the game's pretty much over. We lose this if... I don't really know how we lose this. He just has to have insane damage. I feel like this is okay. I think you play Force of Nature. Because I value having he hasn't been able to deal with this 5/5 for 3 turns. Like, also never play things right away, because you just give them more time to think about their response. I can play up to 8 mana. I mean, what's more valuable to me? A 5/5 or a taunt? A 5/5 is more valuable to me than taunting. And I don't think he has lethal yet. Because I just got rid of an oil. And he used his deckhand. So, see what he's got. Also, I don't know if I've stated it, but the reason why this play is great is because it's lethal with my hero power if he doesn't have heal bot. Force of Nature, hero power is lethal with the 5 and the 3/2, so that's game. And let's see, draws Eviscerate. Oh wow. Touche. Swipe's great. That should be lethal though. With innervate. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just 6 plus 4 is 10. 15. I also always drag around. This is like irrelevant stuff, but the amount of times I misclick is astounding. But yeah, that's how you deal with Rogue.